At the Fast Company Innovation Festival earlier this week, Redwire and SpaceMD chief scientist Ken Savin participated in a panel discussing the likelihood of life-changing innovation not coming from a lab, but from outer space. Ken Savin joins me now. Ken, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thanks for having me, Ashley.
All right, so what came out of this discussion?
Well, we were really here to talk about things that we're doing in space. So Redwire is a space infrastructure and military development company. So we build devices and infrastructure that enable work to be done in space. And we're really talking about the fact that it's becoming democratized, that real companies are doing work that will have not just value to NASA and their mission, but to people on Earth, to the American citizen.
Can you tell me about spinning out SpaceMD? Like, what type of work and technology are they looking into?
So SpaceMD is really an effort to get the full value from an investment that NASA and Redwire have made in the infrastructure that I've talked about, but it's really a very specific piece where we have developed hardware that enables us to grow pharmaceutical crystals for the pharmaceutical industry. And what we do is we take it to space where we use the unique environment of microgravity to make crystals that you can't make on Earth. We then bring those crystals down and use them as seeds to make larger and larger batches of that material for use in the pharmaceutical industry.
And why in space? Like, why can't these be made on Earth? What is unique about it?
So it is the microgravity environment. So on Earth, everything around us has developed or been evolving to a 1G environment. And in space, when you remove that, heat doesn't rise, things don't fall, and it allows us to make crystals that are larger and more perfect than you could on Earth.
And what kind of problems will this be solving for diseases?
There's actually a number of situations that we look for. We look for products that are maybe coming off patent that we're unable to achieve their full value, and we can reformulate them and sort of give them new life and bring them back a new patent life. We also look for products that never made it to market because of some issue related to their form or formulation, and we reformulate those and then bring them back. And we work with the pharmaceutical companies not only to bring them in through a mainstream format, through a process that is proven, but also because we believe that's the best way for us to get it to patients to get the full value from those products.
Are you able to share more about anything specific that you're working on?
Oh, we've done a couple of things. We actually just launched a mission on Sunday. Bristol Myers Squibb was our partner in that, and they're doing their own work for their mission. And we also flew about 9 molecules that are proven pharmaceuticals on the market that we believe can be improved through this process.
What is the process around doing this in space, like that, to actually the logistics,
That's
the management?
That's a great question. That is a great question because I'm not from the space industry. I'm actually from the pharmaceutical industry. So this was all something I had to sort of learn. But what Redwire has done through investments made by Redwire and NASA, they've built devices that allow us to essentially a small laboratory in a box that can be taken by an astronaut, inserted to a facility, of which we've got 10 or 11 on station right now. And we see it in operations on the ground, and we run the experiment from the ground in that little box. We can watch what's happening and turn it on and turn it off. And it's essentially a little laboratory that allows us to do this. And when it's done, the astronauts will pull it, put it back into a capsule, and return it to us. It is semi-autonomous, and we're working towards a system that will be truly autonomous for when the space station is done. We can go to fly, spaceships that don't have people on there, no astronauts. We'll be able to fly them in those as well. So we've all been working towards this, and it's really been a great collaboration with NASA to make this all happen.
All right, we have like 30 seconds left. What is next for Redwire?
Oh, there's a bunch of things that are going on. I think you're going to see a continuation of this type of work. We're expanding into other infrastructure within the space community. If I had to come up with a slogan, and unfortunately my management has not let me come up with one, but if I did, it would be that we don't make spaceships, we make them useful. And you can start to see all the power that's coming from that, especially as more and more things go to space and it becomes a more routine part of our lives.
Ken Savin, thank you so much. Absolutely incredible work you're doing. And that's going to do it for today's coverage on NYSE Live. I'm Ashley Mastronardi.